What is up, you guys? My name is Catherine and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a first impressions review and demo of the Makeup Revolution London Fast Base Foundation Stick. So this got announced maybe a month or two ago now, and I've just been dying to get my hands on it ever since. I got so impatient that I just decided to order it from the actual UK website and just pay the international shipping, and of course 3 days later it became available on the USA website, because that's how life works. But I legit just got this in the mail 30 minutes ago, so it's 6 p.m. and we're going into it. We're doing a foundation review. Let's go. Before we get started, I'm going to read the website description. Foundation just got faster. Launching in 18 shades and a range of undertones, Fast Base Foundation quickly perfects, contours, and highlights your complexion. The easy-to-apply stick formula melts into skin, blending seamlessly to leave a fresh and dewy finish. Twist up, swipe on, and blend out with fingers, a beauty sponge, or your favorite foundation brush. And there's actually not a size on the website that I am seeing, but I believe I looked it up and this is ½ ounce of product. I'm just gonna twist it up so you can see what is in here. So these shades are supposed to coordinate with the concealers. So I got the shade F4 because I'm the shade C4 in the concealer. I'm just gonna pop some swatches of this shade next to a couple of my other foundations up on the screen. That way, if you own any of those foundations, you can get an idea for a shade comparison. Alright, this is the Makeup Revolution Fast Base Foundation Stick in F4, Conceal and Define Concealer in C4, LA Girl Pro Coverage HD Foundation in Porcelain, Flower Beauty Light Illusion Foundation in Porcelain, L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow in 201, and Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in Nude Ivory. So I have never used a foundation stick before, so this should be interesting. Like all my foundation reviews, I'm going to do one side of my face with a sponge and one side of my face with a brush. I just used primer spray. I used the Too Faced Hangover Primer Spray. I honestly don't even know how much of this I should be putting on. I'm going to start small. Okay, so I have dry skin with like really big pores in my T-zone area. But I find that a lot of foundations just don't wear comfortably on me throughout the day. So I'm gonna blend this out with the Makeup Revolution sponge. Or not. It's like not. Okay, I think the sponge is just taking this away. I'm gonna try a different sponge. I normally only use that sponge for setting powder. I'm gonna like what the literally just a chunk of this just came off. This is not going well, guys. Like, I don't want to waste this. I'm just gonna like oh, this is gonna be an interesting review. I can already feel it. Alright, Real Technique sponge. Okay, this is blending out way better with the Real Technique sponge. Like, I'm actually having no problems at all. Alright, that didn't dry down too fast while I was blending it out, which I was kind of expecting it to. And now that it's actually blending out, like, it looks really nice on this half of my face. This is such a mess right now, guys. Alrighty. I think this like broke apart weird because my dorm room is so humid. Like, we have air conditioning, but it's like crappy. So my room's like really humid and hot right now, even though I have the AC, like as cold as it will go. So I think that's why this is all like weird textured right now. I'm gonna use my Morphe flat top buffer brush. This is my hands down favorite foundation brush. I actually think that this blends out easier than a lot of my liquid foundations. The coverage on the brush side is super intense. I'm gonna like press this into the skin a little bit with the sponge. Okay, like I don't have like acne or any like super intense skin texture, but like I would definitely call this a full coverage foundation. Maybe someone who has like really intense acne would maybe rate this as like a high medium coverage, but like, wow. Also, even though I didn't put any sort of pore filling primer on, my pores aren't really emphasized by this. They might even be a little helped by it. I'm gonna bring you guys over to my window so you can see how this looks in natural light. It is like full ass like harsh sun on my face right now. So this is like emphasizing everything that's there. And honestly, I think this looks so nice, guys. Like, we were off to a rough start there, but like, wow. Like, obviously there's skin texture because it's skin, there's gonna be skin texture, but like, I'm so impressed with this right now. Also, I'm like sweating because my room is so freaking hot. Also, even though the coverage of this is like so nice, this doesn't really feel like heavy on my skin. Like, I feel like I have maybe like a thick facial cream. Like, it sort of feels like right after I've put my facial moisturizer on, but it doesn't like feel bad on my skin, which normally a lot of full coverage foundations, I'm just like, oh, this is gross, get it off my face. Like, I wouldn't even put concealer over this just because like it's covered my under eye a lot, but just to see how it interacts with the concealer, I'm gonna put on the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer, also in the shade C4. This is almost like, wow, this is such a flawless base that it's almost like freaking me out. I'm gonna set my under eye, but before I do that, I'm gonna do like a flash test, because a lot of times my powder gets some flashback even though the actual foundation doesn't. Alright, that's a really bad photo of me, but there is no flashback. I will pop that up on the screen. Okay, I'm gonna set my under eye with the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade Fair. And I'm gonna just finish up the rest of my makeup and then check in with you guys. Alright, y'all, my makeup is all done and we are catching that last little bit of sunlight coming through the window. I'm still really liking how this is looking. This is definitely not a oily skin foundation. Like, my skin is fully dewy. Since I put this on at 6 p.m., I am going to call my check-in at about 2 a.m. so that'll be 8 hours of wear. I am actually like leaving my house tonight, so this will be like a real person check-in, not like a I've been watching Netflix for 8 hours and my foundation still looks good check-in. So I will see you guys in 8 hours. Okay guys, I just filmed a whole check-in and I realized that my mic was off, so I'm gonna pop up on the screen like the video that I did zoomed in during the check-in. As you can see, I was very, very oily at the start of the check-in, so I did blot my skin off during the check-in, and this is the paper that I used to blot. So I'm looking a lot better now. I so rarely get oily, like super, super oily when I'm wearing foundations. Like, if it is a more dewy finish foundation, I do tend to get like a little bit oily in my T-zone, but that almost looked like waxy or wet. But other than the oiliness, I really think that it looks nice. This definitely isn't transfer proof. Like, it comes off on my finger when I touch my face. So that combined with the oiliness, like, I definitely will set this down. We're going on hour 5. This is a 5-hour check-in. It's a little after 11. And I still think that it looks good. My under eye is sliding off a little bit, so I definitely wouldn't use the foundation and the concealer both on my under eye. I would actually probably just do the foundation because it's more full coverage than the concealer, which is really weird, honestly. So round 2 of filming this check-in, I will be back at 2 a.m. What's up, guys? It is 3 a.m. I'm sorry, Mom. So I've had this foundation on for 9 hours now, and I'm looking at it on my little compact mirror, and I honestly think that it looks pretty good. Like, I'm really impressed with how this looks right now. It definitely looks more makeup-y than it did when I first put it on, or even at that 6-hour mark. Like, especially on my upper lip and sort of my outer cheek area. there's a lot more skin texture than there was before. Even though it got pretty oily, it's not really breaking down. Like the only area where it's even sort of breaking down is like right on my nose where it's the oily, I didn't mean to flip you guys off, right on my nose where it's the oiliest. And it looks like it might be a little bit up on my forehead, but this is also like when I do my hair, and I've been messing with my hair a lot, like I touch it right here. And one thing I will point out is that I mess with my nose ring like a ton when I'm just like sitting watching TV or whatever. I just like pull it like in and out. If you have a nose piercing, you know what I'm talking about. And normally my foundation gets really patchy and there's like a noticeable mark of where my finger touched my nose, and that's not here right now. So I'm really impressed with that, honestly, because it's 100% my fault when that happens, but it happens to me with every foundation. My nose crease, where I normally get like buildup that's like super noticeable, it looks way better than it normally does. Like it's still there a teeny bit, but like I'm not even sure if you can see it on camera. Okay, you can, but it's like not as bad as normal. Like normally there is like a solid mark of like red right around my nose with most foundations, from where it just like broke down and settled into that crease, and then there's like not foundation right on my nose anymore. I did get a lot of mascara transfer on my under eye today, but I think that has more to do with the mascara than the foundation. I'm wearing the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and it just tends to transfer onto my under eye. I normally top it with another mascara so it doesn't do that, and I forgot to do that today. But this is just as close as I can get, so you guys can look at how the foundation held up and sort of make your own judgments on it. Overall, I am pretty impressed with this foundation. The video was definitely off to a rough start, and when I saw how oily it was getting around the 6-hour mark, I was worried that it was just going to completely break down and slide off my face. Like when I blotted, it didn't take off a ton of product, and it's held up totally fine since then. So having to blot isn't a huge deal for me, and like I said, I probably would just pair this with some type of oil controlling or pore filling primer to sort of help keep that from happening. But in terms of comfort, this did wear really comfortably for me. It doesn't feel super heavy on my face, but it also doesn't feel super drying on my face. Overall, very impressed. I will definitely keep you guys updated. I'm thinking on, in addition to doing a monthly or bi-monthly favorites, on doing an updates video where I just do a quick update about products that I have done a review or demo on, just to say like if I still like them and how they work best for me. So let me know if that's something that you guys would want, because I know that's a big complaint when people just review a product and then never really talk about it again. That is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not already, it would really mean a lot to me if you subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every Wednesday and Saturday, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really does help us out. And I'm going to go wash my face, take a shower, and go to sleep. Good night, guys.